Hello. In today's video, I will talk about the Knight of Swords. So, how I understand this card is, for one, he's in the suit of swords, which is the Buddha family would be karma, the element would be air, the color is green. The basic energy of this particular family is action, all accomplishing action. I often think of it as action and reaction. It's like this movement. In a regular deck of cards, we are talking about the Jack of Spades. And again, because we're talking about the court at this point, we are talking about people. It could be the querent, it could be someone in the querent's life, someone coming into or going out of or passing through, but it's going to be relating to a person. This particular card, so the basic gist of this card, as I understand it, is he's energetic, he's joyful, he's working with high energy. He's the kind of energy or the kind of person who cuts through stagnation. So if people are kind of sitting around and unable to make a decision, he's going to be the one who makes a decision and puts things into action. He's moving around a lot. He has a lot of energy. He's doing things. He's accomplishing things. He's experiencing things. And the last card, we were talking about the Knight of Wands, he wanted to experience things for the experience of it. The Knight of Swords is more experiencing things because he has this energy to burn. He wants to move around and do things. And so it's a little bit different, their orientation and their reason for experiencing the world, where one is like the movement itself, the engagement itself, like moving one's body, moving through time and space, accomplishing things. The other, which would be the wands, is, it's like the fire, and so it's going to be more connected with the senses and the experience of it. And but these two guys are similar in their approach to life, where you're going to see a lot of movement with these guys. In his upright position, he is going to be energetic. He's going to be joyful. He's going to make moves. He's going to motivate others to move. He's going to, motivate them to act, motivate them, to engage. In his reversed position, because we're again talking about a younger person, he's not the mature older man who has mastered this energy. He gets a little bit swept up in the energy. And so, like the wind, he can be unpredictable. He can change very quickly, which is actually, could be both like a positive quality as well as a negative quality. When it's in its positive state, the ability to change and shift is like, he can turn a corner. He might be in a place, but he can lift and turn a corner very quickly and doesn't hold on to and ruminate in his anger or frustration, or he's not working with that kind of energy. He can let go of something and shift very easily, very quickly. When he's in his reversed state, how this manifests is he's unpredictable, he's unreliable. He might be doing one thing and then change his mind and decide he's not doing that anymore. And so he might leave others hanging. He might decide that he doesn't want to, you know, show up for an appointment that you might have made with him kind of at the last minute because something else came up, and he's shifting directions. And so he's one of the ones who, when he's in his neurotic state, it can often look like his wisdom state, because it's about this movement, and it's about being able to shift, and it's about, like, you know, kind of shifting around, moving around, getting other people motivated, that kind of energy. And again, when it's in its neurotic state, it can be inconsiderate of others. This is one of the cards that, in its development, once he came alive, he was pretty much like, it was pretty much like, okay, this is who he is. This is him. He didn't require a lot of back and forth. Some of the colors, like his shirt, the color of his shirt changed a little bit, but there were no major changes to him once he kind of manifested. One of the other things that I want to say about him in his neurotic state is he can be dangerous, he can be careless, he can be thoughtless. And as I was just looking at looking at his picture, I thought about him riding around bareback with this sword. And he's, you know, it's a little bit tricky when you're riding around like that. Is he going to, you know, stumble and drop the sword, or stab something, or, you know, lose his balance on the horse, or, you know, like, those are the kinds of thoughts that come up when I think about this card. And that's kind of the energy of this particular card, is like, you can feel the energy of him, you can feel his kind of zest for life, and with that there's also this possible danger. There's also this, like, he might not be so, like, careful. He might be a little bit careless, and not really thinking about the possible consequences of, like, riding bareback with a sword in hand, for instance. I feel like that's all I want to say about him for now, but I would like to thank you for joining me. In the next video, I shift on to the Maidens, and in, like, the base tarot deck, it would be considered the Pages, but we'll be moving on to them next. Again, thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you soon.